Hi everyone, Tallara here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Now that we are done in the Western Wastes, we are back at Skyhold, and before we get going on yet another adventure, I'd like to check in with everyone, because we've been out adventuring for quite a while. For instance, I see that Varric here actually has a quest for us. And, yeah, oh, he's got a little friend. So let's check in with him here first.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Wait, Bianca? Like the crossbow?
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
You're a friend of Varric's?
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
What's going on?
What were you talking about?
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
Ooh.
The site of Bartrand's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
I like how they call it Bertrand's Folly now after what happened to Bertrand after they discovered the Tig. Wasn't that Tig in Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected, or they used to be. Collapses and such, some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Is that their only way in?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Fair enough. Who leaked the location?
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
And Bianca knows where it is?
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
Well, we should shut this down.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Wait, Varric, I have more questions. Like, is that the Bianca? Look at the name of the quest. Right to the point. I like it. Alright, well, we're here. I guess we'll check in with everyone else. For instance, Solus is right over here. See if he has anything to say.
Well,
Oh, right, the last time we met in the Fade. Right, I forgot about that. We hadn't talked since then. It was, strange.
I had some odd dreams. Very odd dreams. With very odd people in them, for that matter.
I will take that as a compliment, given that you include yourself. Remember, you came looking for me. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable, but I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your journeys?
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tell me about spirits.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety, she steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness. The matchmaker, so I called her. That small village never knew its luck.
That's so interesting. Wow. A lucky village indeed. Tell me about old memories.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. Primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choirs mastered. Though their cause was all but hopeless, they sang songs that made the spirits weep.
Interesting. Alright, let's complete the trifecta. Tell me about old ruins.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Tevinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland. Volcanic ash had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
Cool. Alright, well thanks for sharing that. Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay. That's very interesting. I mean, I can only imagine the things that Solus has seen. Leaving Solus, coming right out into this tower, is our good friend Cullen. Let's check in with him next.
Gloat all you like. I have this one. Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you. Why do I even... Inquisitor. Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Please don't stop on my account.
All right. Your move. You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better. Really? Because I just won, and I feel fine. Don't get smug. There will be no living with you. I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
I mean, let's do it. I don't know how to play, but hopefully Tallara the Kunari knows how to play.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Tell me about your family.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
I mean, we're gonna play fair.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
Me too.
You can't be serious all the time. Well, maybe you can. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
Woohoo! We won! I don't look very excited about it. I didn't even, like, smile. But yay! We won, whatever that board game was. And now we can read Cullen's mail. A letter. Dear Mia, I'm still alive. Your loving brother, Cullen. Honestly, is it so difficult? We thought you were dead. Again. If the Inquisition was not on everyone's lips, we would never have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about the Templars lately. I'm not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand asking you to stay safe, but please try. Your loving sister. See how easy this is? Mia. It's nice to learn a bit more about Cullen, and like he said, not have sort of doom and gloom conversations. Just play a little board game, have fun. That was great. I mean, it was even better than I won. But alright. Let's see who else we have here to check in. Who's Segret?
Inquisitor.
Hi. Oh, wow. That was a short conversation. Goodbye, Segret.
Inquisitor,
Hey, what's new?
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montelier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition.
Wow.
She's so lovely.
Interesting. She can be cold, so I'm glad to hear she's been
I have
nice
to
to
go.
you. Now, in here looks like we have another quest with our main man, Iron Bull. Hey, man.
Come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move. You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Should this be private?
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
What's in the letter?
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss.
What?
The Qunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
Wow. I don't know if I trust them, though, to be honest.
That would be an unprecedented offer. If I believed it was legitimate, which I don't.
Now, ordinarily that would be the way to go, but they've identified themselves. They're not running a game on you. They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My charges, you, maybe some backup.
What are they offering?
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Qunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
Don't get me wrong, I would love more allies, but I'm reluctant to believe that the Qunari would work with someone like me. A Qunari who does not believe in the Qun. I mean, I'm basically the thing they hate most. Something wrong?
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's, I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
You don't want them to spread?
I thought Qunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah, just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
I mean, I trust Bull, and he seems to think this is a legitimate operation, and even he has his concerns about the Qunari. If he thinks this is a good idea, I'll say I'll do it.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Qunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Alright, interesting. So, we are picking up lots of quests here. We can check out after. First, seeing as we are literally right next to Cassandra, let's check in with her.
Something in particular you require?
Am I intruding?
I see I'm intruding. I'll be on my way.
No, wait. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Couldn't they be dead? I don't mean to sound so, negative, but...
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
What if they're infected?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium.
Oh,
I
interesting.
assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
I didn't know that Seekers didn't take lyrium. I just assumed they did, like Templars, to give them magical abilities to combat the mages. So that's interesting. I guess perhaps since the Seekers are, like, higher up, and they realize that lyrium can be used as a crutch, if you will, that they don't use it. I mean, look, this is important to you.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I don't expect you to understand. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
I'll do it for you, Cassandra. You're a good friend. You have a steady head on your shoulders. You've been nothing but a good ally, so I will do it for you. And that actually leads us right in front of the War Council room, so we may as well just go in there now. But first, we'll check on Josephine, because when I walked by earlier... Yep, she still has a visitor there, so...
Master Solas asks...
Let's see what she has to say.
I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montilier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva, until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago.
A scandal?
It's devastated our finances. The Montiliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
Oh dear. You don't seem poverty-stricken.
Dead or no, you appear to be surviving.
That isn't enough. A disaster could wipe us out completely. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
But you're not actually poor.
Most people worry about their next meal. Never mind an estate.
I'm not blind, but I worry for my family. My foolish sister Yvette with her daydreams. My brothers trying to rebuild our fleet with their own hands. Is it wrong to hope they never know hardship?
I mean, fair enough, but... Okay. Can I help?
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux... I've just learned my carriers were murdered.
Oh dear.
And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Who would go to that trouble?
Who hates the Montiliers enough to do that?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte BioWare, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What will that get him?
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
If it helps you, I'll go.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means... you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Alright, so looks like a lot of our comrades have quests that they want our assistance with right now. So we're going to be the best friend ever, and we're going to help them out. So let's head to our war table and see what we can do here. Also check in on what our associates have been doing while we've been busy in the Western Approach. We can also choose a new perk. I'm going to do it for the Inquisition, I think. And I'm going to pick up... History knowledge. A detailed study of Thetis' past. Opens up new dialogue options related to history in the Chantry.
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Alright, well they interrupted me, but we're still going to pick up the history knowledge. And now let's check in on what they've been doing. So let's see. Where did I even dispatch them before? We did protect Valgam Lord from Darkspawn, right? Inquisitor, the Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Algamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They await further commands. Perfect. Good news there. Truth or Dare, a dangerous game. Nightingale, we underestimated the threat. Our friend the Marquis met with a dozen nobles in the past week. Bribes in the form of gifts change hands, most of them busts of Justinia V. We appropriated one and discovered it hollow and stuffed with red lyrium, awaiting instructions. Oh dear. Alright, so that's a bigger thing than we thought. We also have this. Alliances observing the deadlock. Despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflicts to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Okay, sounds like successes on all fronts. So, we've got a ton of quests available. I'm wondering which is best for us to tackle right now. Okay, this quest right here is the one that Cassandra asked us to do. Locate the missing Seekers. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. This should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they, and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius, are nowhere to be found. Have they vanished, or, as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, the truth may come to light. So, I want to help out Cassandra, and we will send Liliana to do so. The Seekers have many secret hideaways, according to Cassandra. These would be the first places our agent should search.
Inquisitor.
I'll leave that up to you, Liliana. Do your thing. Now, let's see. Oh, we also have a quest to do for Cole as well. I forgot about that. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to Venatori binding magic. The Amulet of the Unbound, used by Rivani seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. We'll send Josephine, who says, my Rivani contacts say these amulets are held dear, but to protect spirits from the breach, they are willing to help us.
Let us begin.
We'll do that to help out Cole. Now, let's see if we can find any of our other quests. Da-da-da. Not sure where Varric or Bull's quest is. We might just have to just choose one for now, and then we can always go back later. Just trying to tab over everything to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Well, the one for Varric should be up by Kirkwall, presumably. So it might be one of these. But we don't have all of our options available right now. So let's just do, I don't know. Let's just do Shadows over Denerim. Inquisitor, first things first, an apology. I offered the rebel mages safe harbor in Ferelden, only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town. So I'll admit I wasn't in the best of moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe and didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori, I think they're called. We have them in the royal palace, or so I'm told. Like rats, but with magic and nasty sneers. I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'll help. Something grateful something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? King Alistair therein. Alright, we can't say no to good King Alistair, so let's get Cullen to deal with this and send some forces to aid in the manhunt. Not only should we help, but everyone should see us doing it.
To work?
Alright, I trust you for that, Cullen. And that means for us, we are going to investigate one of these new areas. So which one should we investigate? We have Frostback Basin, Deep Roads, Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Let's do this one, I think. Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Reports indicate that Red Templars have taken over an old dwarven port on the Storm Coast, granting them a foothold in Ferelden, as well as easy access to the Waking Sea. The port itself provides a strong defense from outside attack. A full assault by our soldiers might eventually yield results, but not without high casualties. A smaller group may have better luck infiltrating their stronghold. Well, that sounds like a job for Liliana then. She says, we do not want to draw attention too soon. My agents will find a way to enter the stronghold without alerting the Red Templars. Our agents have acquired access to the Red Templars' foothold on the Storm Coast. The Templars feel themselves secure. It's time to prove them wrong, says Liliana. So we can head to a new area on the Storm Coast and put an end to these Red Templars. We're definitely going to bring Varric because he has a vested interest in Red Templars. I would also like to bring... Let's bring Bull just because I love him. And then for our mage, let's bring Solus.
All right. Our Kunari contact should be here to meet us.
He is. Good to see you again, Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We work together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Okay, so this is actually a stroke of luck. I just kind of picked a quest on random, and it turns out this is the one that Bull was talking to us about, the Red Templar base, and the Kunari are going to help us take this down. So this is perfect. Bull is Hisrad?
Iron Bull's name is Hisrad?
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hisrad, because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions, or...
Liar. It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
Pleased to meet you.
I look forward to working together.
Hopefully this will help both our peoples. Tevinter is dangerous enough without the influence of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter, the war with Kunandar could get worse.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan, and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hasrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view, and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
This is always so interesting when you meet people who follow the Qun who are not the race of Kunari. Like, this guy is an elf, but he is a Kunari. I always find that distinction very interesting. Let's ask him a few questions. What if the ship has mages?
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well. If the Dreadnought can't handle them...
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the Dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage.
Okay. Why not just attack at sea, then?
If it's dangerous for the Dreadnought close to shore, why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
Any decent smuggling ship can outrun a Dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
Fair enough. Okay. Bull, does this work for you?
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting Red Lyrium into Minrathos?
I mean, okay. I'm ready, I guess.
Let's go hold up our end of this bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There, and there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Krem can lead the charges. Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready to move.
Alright. We just need to speak with Bull to begin the assault. Before we do that, I saw that we had a codex entry about the Kunari ship, so I want to check that out. Here it is, Kunari dreadnoughts. You think it's hard to fight the Kunari on land? You've never had to face them on open water. No wind, sails hanging limp, but those giant bastards keep coming. We'd always mocked the Kunari for their mindless servitude, but we saw their discipline as they steadily closed, their oars in perfect form even as our galley slaves flagged and faltered. They pulled alongside their great ship twice the length of ours, and we drew steel, ready for them to board. Instead, a great series of blasts rocked the waves, spewing smoke everywhere. Iron balls the size of a man's head flew as though fired from a bow. They ripped through hull, mast, and sailor alike. Our ship came apart like a child's toy. I'd have died in the water had a trading ship not come by to investigate the wreckage. That was the day I learned that although the Imperium might win the war against the Kunari on land, it will never defeat them at sea. It was also the day I decided to try life as a merchant's guard. Alright, so these are formidable ships by the sounds of things. How's it going, Bull? You ready to go?
Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the Dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Get in close and take their enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Kunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
Alright, let's rock and roll.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers, hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
You gave your chargers the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
Be careful. My agent said to expect opposition ahead of the main camp.
We've all done this a few times, Gat.
You've been living outside the Kyun for years now, Iron Bull. Just wanted to make sure your reflexes hadn't gotten as soft as the rest of you.
Alright, we found them. They're actually only level 7, so we are going to absolutely destroy these guys because we are level 16. Majorly over-leveled here, but you know what? I'd rather be over-leveled than under-leveled, so let's take care of these guys. Easy peasy, so much for that forward camp.
I don't see any tattoos, but you're carrying a staff. Are you from a Chantry Circle?
No, and I would prefer not to discuss it.
Have I done something to offend you?
You joined the Kyun?
After they rescued me from slavery.
And put you into something worse? A slave may always struggle for freedom, but you among the Kyun have been taught not to think.
Solus, not the time.
Interesting. I didn't realize Solus hated the Kyun so much. You would rather choose slavery over the Kyun? I don't know. That's a discussion for another time, but I guess between elves they have something to discuss. Alright, here's another camp full of pesky level 7 zealots. Get rid of them. Oh, that guy's level 16. Okay. So they had one strong guy here. Perfect. It's the camp cleared out. Now we just need to signal the Dreadnought. Oh, first we're gonna loot though. Nice. Okay, now signal the Dreadnought.
We're clear, Gat.
Right, signaling the Dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up. See them down there?
I knew you gave them the easier job.
There's the Dreadnought.
Oh, it's big.
That brings back memories. Nice one. Crap.
They can retreat.
They've still got time to fall back if you signal them now.
Yeah.
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
They do that. They're dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the Dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Canary. You'd be declaring yourself Tal-Vashoth. With all you've given the Inquisition, half the Ben Hasrath think you've betrayed us already. I stood up for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become Tal-Vashoth.
They're my men.
I know, but you need to do what's right, Hisrad. For this alliance, and for the Kyun.
I mean, being a Tal-Vashoth isn't so bad. I'm a Tal-Vashoth and I'm doing great. Screw the Kunari. Those are your guys. They look up to you. Save your men.
Call the retreat.
Don't!
We should be able to get down there and help.
All these years, Hisrad, and you throw away all that you are. For what? For this? For them?
Gat, we can still salvage this.
We can make this up to your people.
No, you can't.
Well, so much for that operation. I don't know why we're still standing around and not going to help, but...
No way they'll get out of range. Won't be long now.
Bull, when the dreadnought sinks...
Sinks? Qunari dreadnoughts don't sink. Come on. Let's get back to my boys. Hey, boss.
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples. Nor will you be receiving any more Ben Hasrath reports from your Tal-Vashoth ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hasrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
I'm sorry.
I never meant to turn you against your people, Bull.
I'm the one who blew the horn.
On my orders.
Boss, let me have this one, all right? This one needs to be mine. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
Good work.
Nice work taking down those Venatori.
Always easy with the Chief watching our backs, your worship. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chastened sack mead for the charges tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
Ah, forget it. You're doing fine.
Well, I really liked that quest. So, looks like Bull has officially left the Qunari now. I mean, he was only 1 foot in this whole time anyway. But me and him are now officially Tal-Vashoth together. Maybe we can bond over that. I'm gonna go see if he wants to talk.
You wanted to see me?
Oh! What the heck? Assassins?
Bull!
I got it!
Yep.
Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so... Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You were expecting them?
You knew the assassins were coming.
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
You could have warned me.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrath training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking. See? Like that. If I'd warned you were the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
How's the wound?
Are you alright?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
The knife could have been poisoned.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit. But that's about it.
Wow. Well, you came prepared. Should we retaliate?
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrath? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending 2 guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Tal-Vashoth. Tal-Va-fucking-Shoth.
So am I.
You don't need to say Tal-Vashoth like it's an insult.
This isn't about you, boss.
But I'm Tal-Vashoth too, just like you.
No, you're not. Not really. You grew up with a family. You never knew anything different. I've killed hundreds of Tal-Vashoth in Saharan. Bandits, murderers, bastards who turned their back on the Qun. and now I'm one of them.
Screw that.
Bullshit. You're a good man.
Without the Qun to live by.
Hey, you're a good man. If the Ben Hasrath don't see that, it's their loss.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be.
Aw.
Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
Well, sad as it is to see Bull almost getting assassinated and, you know, losing his former life, at the same time, it's really nice to hear him say this is where he wants to be. And it's also nice that now we can both bond over being Tal-Vashoth. I think we're laying the groundwork for our romance here, folks. We'll have to keep laying it on thick. But for now, I'm happy to say that we've completed Bull's quest. We may not have gotten the Qunari proper on our side, but I wasn't sure if I trusted them anyway. I'd rather have Bull as an ally for life. So there you have it, folks. That's it for today's episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. We clearly have still lots to do, still lots of other quests from our party members. So hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon to continue our adventures.